Namo Narayan friends. Today we will talk about a very special topic. Now, as this video will be about Rahu planet, so many people, I have also seen some birth charts of few people. Mostly everybody are troubled by Rahu. I always try my best to help those who are struggling financially and who regularly listen to our videos. So today's knowledge must be listened to carefully and completely till the end. Now, as you might have guessed, that today we are going to talk about in which houses Rahu can give good results. But before starting this video, I want to tell you something important, very important. This video is for everyone. Don't think that if I didn't mention your specific house, it means it's not for you or that your Rahu is bad. Before we go there, I will explain how Rahu can also give you good results beyond just houses. There are many ways in astrology to judge the condition of any planet, as written in our scriptures, whether from the ascendant, from your nakshatra, from lordship, or any A to Z concept. That is why, before we move on to those special houses, I will explain those formulas to you, those important principles. So, listen carefully and learn how to read your birth chart deeply. Learn how each planet connects with every corner of your horoscope, every corner of your life. You should look at the chart from every perspective, not just by focusing on one house, one sign, or one ascendant. If you only stick to these three, like what is your zodiac, what is your ascendant, and what is your house, which planet is placed there. So, you neither understand your problem properly nor find the solution. That is why the formulas I will share now, I will explain them with examples. So listen attentively and carefully. If you don't understand anything by chance, then you can feel free to comment below. I'm always there. It would take few days, 2 3 days to get a reply because there are a lot of queries happening on my WhatsApp. Many of you are asking for appointments, and for me, it is getting a little bit hard to manage. But yes, my team is working upon. I am also working. So just put a comment below if you didn't understood anything. I will surely reply. Don't worry about that. Now, first, understand Rahu. What is Rahu? Rahu is not a planet that should be feared or always considered bad. Yes, Rahu's Madasha usually brings many difficulties in your life. And I can't call it completely good because even if your Rahu is in third house or any other house or whatever the house I'm going to mention in this, which are considered auspicious. So it doesn't matter that where your Rahu is placed, but in Rahu's Mahadasha, it is never completely good. But yes, if suppose the sign in which Rahu is placed that is supportive, the nakshatra in which it is placed that is supportive, and all the aspects casted on Rahu are also favorable. So if all the points in your birth chart agree to Rahu, then only you can consider that in Rahu's Mahadasha also you can see fame, name, money. And I've seen such people. Those are very rarely found people. Those who saw a lot of money, a lot of fame, name, and luxuries in their life even during Rahu's Mahadasha. So I can neither call it completely good nor completely bad. So, in this, what happens is that the one who truly understands Rahu starts to understand life in a new way. Why am I saying that? Because to understand Rahu, you must develop a Rahu like mindset with yourself. Rahu is such a planet that can either lift you from dust to heights of the sky or throw you down from the sky into the dust. This planet is neither completely negative nor completely positive. It is like a sword. Its effect depends on the person who holds that sword and how that so and so person use it. So it's not just about where Rahu is placed in your birth chart. The real question is it giving you good results or not? And knowing this is the true intelligence with which not everybody understands. But this video, after listening to this, I'm sure you will understand that. Our scripture says that planets are not inherently good or bad. They simply give results according to our karmas. How will be our karmas? If they are good, then even you can expect Rahu in your birth chart to be good, because all the 9 planets only depends on your karmas. No one can change your karmic cycle. No one can change your destiny made by your karmas. When it comes to Rahu, its results are often certain, those are often deep, and most importantly, those are surprising. It can make you a pauper or a millionaire also. So, today we will uncover one by one all those secrets about Rahu, which perhaps you have never heard before. And we won't only focus on the houses results today. We will see what the scripture says, what the nakshatras indicate, and how special ascendants and the houses gives signal. Everything will be explained in this video. So now take out your horoscope, open your mind, because from today Rahu will appear to you in a completely new light and a different way. Now look, the most important thing, many people only check the sign of chart. Like they will look their zodiac, the zodiac sign, or the ascendant. But the truth is, the sign alone is not enough. The nakshatras, which are your constellations, your lunar mansions, they are the real key to analysis. Now understand, if suppose Rahu sits in a good nakshatra, so it gives very good results. But if it sits in a wrong nakshatra, then it can create problems. As I said in the starting of the video, that it depends upon your nakshatra, upon your sign in which Rahu is placed, and upon all the other perspectives which relate to your birth chart. So, according to them, you can only say that whether your Rahu is bad or good. And similarly, in this case also, in which nakshatra is it placed? Is Rahu placed? That matters a lot. So listen carefully. These are the nakshatras where Rahu gives powerful results. I will say one by one. Listen to them very carefully. First of all, the first nakshatra is Adra nakshatra. This is Rahu's own nakshatra and it falls in Gemini. If Rahu sits in Adra nakshatra, then it is in its own place. So such Rahu gives you a sharp mind and makes you a deep thinker and intelligent communicator. Next, the next nakshatra is Swati nakshatra. This is also Rahu's own nakshatra, and it falls in Libra sign. So it is considered the seventh sign. And here Rahu becomes very flexible. You get qualities like meeting people easily, negotiating, and achieving work through communication. Next nakshatra is Shatabhiksha nakshatra. This is another of Rahu's own nakshatras, and now it falls in Aquarius, which is the 11th sign. Rahu here can give you certain fame, certain wealth, and intelligence, but yes, here I would say hard work is also needed. This Rahu can make you spiritual or even a scientist. Next is Purva Shana Nakshatra. This is Venus Nakshatra. It falls in Sagittarius sign, which is the ninth sign of the cycle. And if Rahu is strong here, then it brings luxury, prosperity, and respect to a person. Now, next is Uttara Bhadrapad Nakshatra. This is the last one, but this is Saturn's Nakshatra, and it falls in Pisces, which is the 12th sign. And here Rahu makes you deep thinker, responsible, and serious. So these were the nakshatras where if Rahu sits in any of these, then you can say that it can be auspicious. But very important thing, our scripture says that if Rahu is in a Saturn friendly nakshatra, then Rahu also becomes serious, it also becomes solid and result oriented like Saturn only. But keep in mind, if Rahu and Saturn combine in a wrong house or wrong direction, then they can also create Pishach Yog or Preta Yog, which is generally difficult or negative effects. But if both sits in a good house, then this combination can also make a person a major influencer in society. So you have to keep in mind, if Rahu is in a Saturn oriented nakshatra, whether it doesn't matter that it is in Uttara Bhadrapad nakshatra or something, but if any other nakshatra which is ruled by Saturn, if Rahu is placed in that also, then the house in which this yoga is being formed matters a lot. You have to see that whether it is creating a Pishach Yoga or Preta Yoga or not. If it is, then obviously this can create many problems for you. So just look for that. Now, whatever the next principle I am going to tell you forward, that needs your birth chart, your own horoscope. So keep your birth chart in front of you. Now listen carefully. The number written in your first house is your ascendant. Now note that number. Suppose it is 4 number, then that means Cancer ascendant is there. If it is 5 number, then Leo ascendant is there. 9 number, Sagittarius ascendant is there. So accordingly, according to the order of zodiac signs, you have to check that which ascendant it is. Now let's come back to our ascendant. I'm just considering it. For you it may differ. Now suppose your ascendant is Cancer. So the lord of the Cancer is who? That is Moon. Moon planet. It is not necessary that this will also be your ascendant lord. It can differ depending on your ascendant. So I'm just giving an example so that you can understand it clearly and better. Next step, check your 5th house. Look at the number written there and find out its lord. For example, if the number is 9, then it's Sagittarius sign there, and its lord is Brihaspati, that is your Jupiter planet. Now the third and the last step which you have to note down is check the ninth house. Look at the number there and identify its lord. Suppose it is one number written, which is a rice sign, and its lord is Mars. Now you have three things: your Lagnesh, your Panchamesh, and your Nammesh, means your first house lord, your fifth lord, and ninth lord. Next, you need to check one by one whether Rahu is in the center related to these lords. Now, what does in the center mean? It is simple that if any planet is 4th, 7th, or 10th house away from another planet, then it is considered centered relative to that planet. So 4th, 7th, and 10th house are one of the Kendra houses in the birth chart. That is why away from those the houses, whatever the planet will be there, that is called centered related to that planet. So let's understand with the example which we took again. Suppose your Lagna is Cancer, your Ascendant is Cancer. So your Lagnesh will be Moon. Now Moon is placed in the 10th house in your chart. Rahu is placed in your first house. Now count from your Lagnesh, means that is your moon. Count from your moon to see how many houses Rahu is ahead. So moon is in the 10th house, Rahu is in the first house. So count the houses. Rahu is in the 4th house from the moon. If you count from moon to Rahu, then you will find that Rahu is in the 4th from moon. Focus on 4th house, nothing else. So this means Rahu is centered relative to moon. Now do the same check for 5th lord and 9th lord as well. Where is the 5th lord? Where is Rahu? And count if Rahu is 4th, 7th, or 10th house away, then it is centered. Now, if Rahu is centered with at least two of these lords, means your Lagnesh, your 5th lord, and your 9th lord, any of these two lords, then it is very positive sign. It means Rahu will give you good results. But if Rahu is not centered with any of the three, then you need to be little cautious. This is how, or you can say this is the another way of checking that whether Rahu is auspicious for you or not. Doesn't matter that in which house it is placed. The only thing matters is that if Rahu is in center, then you can say that your Rahu is still in a good position. So just remember these few points. You will get to know that how is your Rahu, what is the nature of Rahu here. Now we have learned how to identify from Nakshatras whether Rahu will give good results or not. And we also learned how to check through Lagnesh, 5th lord, and your 9th lord. Now, one last point, but absolutely there are n number of points or there are n number of principles in astrology from which you can check that whether your Rahu is auspicious for you or bad. But in this video, I will discuss only 3 pointers, and the next pointers, maybe I will discuss them in the upcoming videos. So stay tuned to our channel because here we bring something else, something very new for you and absolutely spiritually proven and effective for you. So let's come back to that last point. Listen to that carefully. Now, even if other conditions, like as I discussed few nakshatras, and then as I discussed the Kendra concept, so even if the other conditions are not perfect in your birth chart, then If this happens, Rahu can still give good results, though not in a direct way, but in indirect way, you can say. Because Rahu is not a simple planet. It can act like a king in one chart, or a fakir, or you can say an ascetic in another chart. Its behavior changes in every chart according to its position. But one thing that gives Rahu the most comfort or discomfort is its relationship with your ascendant and its lord. Now, suppose, let me take an example from life. If Rahu is placed in a chart where its friend planet sits comfortably, then Rahu also feels at home there. Understood? So, I'm just giving an example. This is an analogy which you can relate to. Means if any friend planet sits with Rahu, then it's comfortable there. And with that comfortability, Rahu also feels that home feeling, you can say, or that comfort zone is there for Rahu also. Now let's come to the main point. Which special lagnas, which special ascendants allow Rahu to work its best? Or in other words, you can say Rahu becomes a benefic or your operative planet. See, the first ascendant is your Taurus ascendant. Why? Because this is Venus's ascendant. This is ruled by Venus planet, and the combination of Venus and Rahu is considered very special. Rahu is said to give results like Saturn here, and Venus and Saturn are also friends. So Rahu becomes comfortable here. If Rahu is strong, then it makes the person not just fast but smart and clever. Rahu can give you wealth, style, public attraction, every kind of luxury here if your ascendant is Taurus, and in any house Rahu sits, or if Rahu even sits with Venus, then that is also very auspicious. Then the second ascendant is your Gemini ascendant. This is ruled by Mercury planet. So Mercury is what? It is the planet of logic, communication, intellect, how intellectual you will be, how your communication skills will be, and there are a number of perspectives you can see from this. So these qualities suit Rahu very well. So Rahu in Gemini makes a person very multi-talented, very sharp-minded, and adaptable. Now the next ascendant is your Virgo ascendant. This is again ruled by Mercury. And this lagna, this ascendant, is mostly debated in astrology. That is it Rahu's own sign? Because some say it's Rahu's exhalation here. Others say Rahu has no own sign. So this is a controversial ascendant mostly here. But if you see according to its aspects, then Rahu here also gives you very good results in your birth chart. The next ascendant is your Libra ascendant. Now this is again Venus's second sign. It is ruled by Venus. And this Lagna it is fully different from Taurus ascendant. Its purpose is different. So this is full of balance, beauty, and intelligence. And Rahu here becomes an intelligent manipulator, problem solver, and socially charming. Now the next Lagna is your Capricorn ascendant. This is Saturn's ascendant, ruled by Saturn planet. And obviously, Rahu is said to give Saturn like results here. but they are most probably very good. Yes, there will be some hard work you have to do in your life. There's a lot of hard work which you have to do, but Rahu will give you auspicious results any day, any time, if you are consistent to your work. And here Rahu becomes serious, result oriented, and ambitious. Now, the last ascendant where Rahu is considered good is your Aquarius ascendant. Again, this is ruled by Saturn planet, and Aquarius itself is very, you can say, unpredictable or futuristic, like Rahu. And Rahu here can become rebellious, visionary, and a social transformer as well. So basically, on all the ascendants, you must have noticed that Rahu is considered only auspicious in the ascendants of Venus, Mercury, and Saturn. Just tie this one thing. If you still don't have these ascendants, like some may be having Leo, which is ruled by that sun planet, some will be having Cancer ascendant, so that is ruled by moon, and some will be having maybe Pisces or Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. So these other ascendants are not really much, I could say. Here Rahu is not very much good, because these are not friend planets of Rahu. If you say that these Jupiter is not considered very favorable to Rahu, and similarly for Sun and Moon especially, they are not considered friendly. They don't have any friendly relationship in between of them. So by the planet's nature and their connection, you can guess that which ascendant is best suited for Rahu to give good results. Now, let's talk about houses. As we have discussed three pointers in this video so far, the one was nakshatra, that which nakshatras are considered best for Rahu. Then we have discussed one very important concept, which is Kendra house concept. You must have listened that. If not, then move back and listen it again. And then we just now discussed special lattas. Now, let's talk about a very important point. We'll start with the houses now. So, first house is, if Rahu is in the second house of your chart, so it is very important to know whether it is giving good results or not. Now, see, the second house in a chart is called the Dhan Bhav, means the house of wealth. So, this house shows your money, your savings, and property, and most importantly, your speech. How or what is the way of your talking, or what is the way of delivering your thoughts to other people's. So, the lord of this house is already Venus planet. So, when Rahu sits in this house, the story becomes very interesting. Because if it is good here, then it can do wonders. But if Rahu is anyhow disturbed or weak, then it can mislead you at every moment and very quickly. If Rahu gives good results in this house, then you will see clear signs in your life, such as sudden inflow of money, unexpected property gains, all investments giving big profits, or you yourself can create multiple properties through hard work. And the most important point is, the money earned is also saved and invested in the right place. Remember this, because if Rahu is strong here, it teaches you how to make money from money. Money from money. Understand this concept. Now, let's get into more details. Rahu in the second house casts its first aspect on the sixth house. So, what is sixth house? It shows your enemies, who gives you tension, who works against you, your health problems, and loans and debts. So, if Rahu is strong, you become a risk taker but also know how to manage risk. Enemies, tension, and debts. These some sectors cannot affect such a person much. Now, the most interesting part about this is Rahu gives magic to your speech. Talking to children makes them listen and obey. Talking to your elders, makes you sensible and respectful. And talking to more elders than you makes you radiate respect and experience out of that. So Rahu teaches you what to say, when to say, and to whom to say. It gives a skill of handling situation through words. Next, the Rahu's second aspect goes to the 10th house, which is the house of your work and your career. So if Rahu looks positively here, then growth in career, recognition, continuous progress, these all will be there for sure. Also, if Rahu is good, you will not need to depend on anyone for money. You can earn, you can manage, you can handle everything on your own. But listen, if Rahu is disturbed or the lord of the second house is weak and the moon on Jupiter is also weak, then Rahu can lead you to many wrong ways. Like eating habits may get disturbed, like excessive non-veg or alcohol or any other harmful substance. This is the illusion of Rahu. So don't fear Rahu, understand it, research it, and if Rahu is strong, take full advantage of its positive results. Next, we'll talk about the third house. So, third house is what? It is called the Parakrama Bhava, means house of courage and effort in your birth chart. And the lord of this house is Mercury. So when Rahu sits in this house, a special energy comes, like strong courage, non-stop efforts, and determination. People with Rahu in the third house, you can say, they do not like to ask for help from others. It is nothing like you are being negative here or this is a negative impact on you. But yes, you are independent. My way of saying or my meaning is that you are independent, so you don't ask anything, any help from others. Nextly, you prefer to do things on your own. And most importantly, you are multi talented. So, what does that mean? You can learn many things at once, do them, and adapt quickly. You may say, studying in one place while doing another course, working a job simultaneously, learning a new skill at the same time, excelling in field work. If the job is involved, then going out often, meeting people, traveling, marketing, tourism, or any work requiring constant movement, then such a person will perform the best. Now, an interesting point here, when Rahu sits in the third house, its seventh aspect falls on the luck house, which is your ninth house. So you might think the Rahu sees the luck house, my fortune will open, but actually, that is not exactly true. When Rahu looks at your luck house, it creates many barriers. And already, as Rahu is looking to seventh aspect, that is considered the direct aspect. And here Rahu Ketu's axis is, if Rahu is in the third house, then Ketu will obviously be in the ninth house. So that is why even if Rahu is looking your ninth house, Ketu is already placed there, and it doesn't mean your luck opens suddenly. Instead, here what happens is that whatever you want, you have to work hard for it. You have to create your own path. Rahu never allows you to become lucky without effort. So the point is very much clear. Rahu in the third house makes you hardworking and never gives up. If one effort fails, you start another. If the second fails, you try a third. You will keep trying everywhere until your last breath, but never sit idle. Now, if Rahu is in the third house, so it gives better results than benefic planets. This is one point. Why? Because it is the house of efforts, and benefic planets are a bit soft here. But Rahu, a clever and a malefic planet, is expert at giving rewards for hard work. So if you feel these qualities in yourself, like your Rahu is leading you to heights through hard work, and those who rise through hard work never fall. Now let's talk about Rahu in the fifth house. First, understand what is fifth house. This is a part of Dharma Trikon, and it is connected to your past life karmas, your punya, children's education, intelligence, your love relationships, whatever love affairs you have, and sudden gains and losses. Sometimes Rahu in the fifth house may not be very good. Be very much clear about this point. But this house is a kind of special, because if Rahu is placed correctly here, then it can give amazing results. In this Kali Yuga, what happens is that Rahu, which is considered a curse for everyone, this planet alone can become a blessing for you. But the fifth house is one where Rahu can give extraordinary results. So, in Rahu in fifth house can give you a lot of things, like sudden money can be there. You can suddenly win a lottery, big profits from the share market, stocks, sudden fame without much effort. So this means Rahu here can give results that you may never have imagined. Sometimes without hard work, sometimes with hard work as well. Now you might think, how, if I'm saying without hard work, then how is this possible? How is this possible without hard work? So remember one thing, nothing comes without efforts. But here is the key to work in the right field. Now, right fields can be, as I said, you can excel in share market a lot. You can excel in trading, speculative businesses, jobs, or work with sudden gains. And any field where your logic, your cleverness, and your intellectual mind matters a lot. So if you work in these fields, Rahu can give you great returns without or with less efforts. Another point, you don't need to have studied in a top college or have taken any top degree or something like that. But you are usually very intelligent from your inner strength, and you are able to use your mind to make money. Also remember, the fifth house relates to what? It relates to your love affairs, your love relationships, your creativity and children. So if Rahu is strong here, then You can be obviously creative. You can be a bit romantic as well. And sometimes you can see sudden good or bad changes in love life. You can see many weird changes in children and education sector as well. So if your love life has ups and downs, or sudden changes with children, or sudden success or failure in studies, then Rahu in the fifth house is already indicating this. Now, one very important point, for Rahu in the fifth house to give good results, its overall position in your chart must be strong, because some people might say that my Rahu is in fifth house, but whatever I said is not actually true. See, first of all, as I said, it depends upon how is your Rahu placed. That's why I started this video with some important pointers which you have to look for. Those are one of the parts from which you can check that whether Rahu is good for you or bad for you. But there are still other ways, like some general ways, like in which sign it is placed, in which nakshatra it is placed, that we have covered already. And there are some other perspectives, like if any malefic planet is casting aspects on Rahu, or what are the other conditions. So there should be a deep analysis for each and every planet to know whether it is bad or good for you. And similarly, in the case of Rahu, Rahu should be always influenced by benefic planets. The Lord of the fifth house should be strong enough if Rahu is in the fifth house. This matters a lot. And Rahu should not be under heavy malefic influence. If these conditions fail, then Rahu literally can give wrong love relationships, speculative losses, tensions related to children, breakups in your love life, confusion or failure in studies, and number of problems you can face in the life. Now we'll talk about 10th house. Absolutely, this is the another house where Rahu can give you benefic results, but still here there are some conditions. So listen carefully. If Rahu is in the 10th house, then it straightforwardly affects your life, your career, your social recognition, and fame. And this position is generally called as the Rahu in the workplace. And here it's not just about politics. Rahu can give this very weird or very sudden results in business sector as well. If you're doing marketing, then there you can see many results. Share market, AI, artificial intelligence. This is owned by Rahu itself. Then mobile networking, digital world, and similar fields. One thing, whatever you achieve on your own. No support from anyone, not depending on others' money, not using anyone's recommendations, not taking help from anyone, nothing. When the Rahu is active here, the person makes a name for themselves by being independent, and people start appreciating their work. It is also seen that sometimes such people grow more than their father, more money, more property, more fame, sometimes even height, stature, and recognition surpass the father. So, this is the mind blowing impacts of Rahu in the 10th house. Now, Rahu's results are different in every chart, as I said. You have to check its position, conjunctions with other planets, and its trends, and whatever the pointers I discussed in the utmost starting of the video, if that any one of them also matches, then that is also the way where you can check whether your Rahu is in a good position or in a bad position. Because if Rahu is weak or disturbed in 10th house, then the person may not become famous, or you may even become notorious. Society knows you, but not with a good name. And what's the use of fame if it is bad fame? So, this house is very important. If Rahu is well placed, it can give you everything. Otherwise, if it is not, then it can take respect away from you. Now, if suppose Rahu is in a good position, all the points matches to your birth chart, or all the points are in favor of you. So, what it gives? It gives you success in any field. It can be job, business, social work, media, politics, marketing, property, everything. Then in money, recognition and the ability to build your own brand. And the last one is the chance to do something memorable for the world. But there's one drawback as well, because Rahu in the 10th house casts aspect on the 4th house, which is the house of comfort. And usually, according to the Rahu Ketu axis theory, if Rahu is in the 10th house, then it would be Ketu will be already placed in the 4th house, because they always keep 7th house distance in both of them. Seven houses distance is there in between both. So Ketu will be placed in 4th house. In such a case, you get material comforts like money, house, car, status. But what happens is that mental peace may be less. So here Ketu is doing what? His job is just doing one thing, which is detaching from all the materialistic comforts, from all the luxuries. And if it is already placed in the house of comfort zone, in the house of your luxuries, all kind of material comforts, then obviously it will detach to you from those things. Mental peace may be less. Everything's look bright externally, but inside the heart may feel restless. So if Rahu is strong, the 10th house becomes a powerful launching pad. You can create your own recognition, you can surpass your father, make money from money, achieve through your hard works what others only dream of. But the only condition is Rahu should be in a good position. Now let's talk about 11th house. This is indeed the last auspicious placement I'm going to tell in this video. But in this also there are some conditions. If those conditions should not agree with your chart, then here also I cannot say that Rahu is auspicious. Because Rahu is such a complicated planet, which first of all nobody understands. Second of all, if you even understood, then you have to become like Rahu. Not like a demon or something, but like Rahu means in the sense strategist like Rahu. He is a mind master. He plays with minds. So you have to be mind master as well. And as I said, if I have covered almost 5 houses in this video. So in all those 5 houses, I would say only one thing, that it depends upon your Rahu's position, that how your Rahu is. If Rahu is not in a good position or not in favor of your chart, of your ascendant, of your each and every point, then even I cannot say that your Rahu is auspicious for you. So just check this small thing. Even if I'm telling right now for Rahu in 11th house, then first of all, do one thing, open your horoscope and check whether Rahu is in a positive sign. The aspects casted on Rahu are positive. The nakshatra in which it is placed, that is positive. Here, ascendant. In the starting of the video, I discussed few points. And similarly for ascendants, which are the ascendants where Rahu is benefic. So that also I discussed. Match with your Kundli, match with your horoscope. And then listen to this, which I'm going to say now. So let's totally come back to the last auspicious house of Rahu, which is 11th house. Now, in the Kala Purush chart, it is linked to Aquarius sign, at Aquarius zodiac, which is considered the 11th sign in the zodiac cycle. So, both Saturn and Rahu give results like Saturn to, you can say, some extent, because both are malefic planets, both are Papa Grahas. And why am I including Saturn? If you have listened many astrological videos, then you must be knowing that Aquarius is ruled by Saturn planet only. And if this 11th house is already linked with Aquarius sign, then Saturn's the effect is already present. And Rahu is in under control of it. So here Rahu starts behaving or giving results like Saturn itself. They punish for sins but also allow choices to do or not to do sins. But there's a big difference in the nature because Saturn works slowly. It teaches to you patience and gives gradual results. But Rahu gives results suddenly. It gives you results you may never expect and sometimes in a twisted or unusual way. But the impact is strong, that is for sure. And when Rahu is in the 11th house, you thinks only about money, just earning, earning, and earning. Whether you want to become a doctor or anything else, earning is the main goal for you. So sometimes it might not be for purposely for only for you, but you also have other things like your goal for earning is maybe for your family, maybe for your children, for your other relationships, those who are your loved ones. So, this is not always about your greed. If I'm saying that your main goal is earning, or you just think about earning and earning, and it doesn't mean that you're greedy or something. But yes, you focus is on earning, that is for sure. Here, no work is too small for you and too big. I can say it's all about income for you. And there's no harm in this, but Rahu tests your intentions. It makes you ready to take any path or method to earn. Now, one more important thing about the 11th house, it is the house of growth. When Rahu is here, generally you achieve success step by step. But sometimes Rahu acts like a lift, giving sudden growth, ups and downs, ups and downs, and ups and downs. So, where can Rahu help you grow? It can help you grow in sudden promotion at work, a big money making opportunity, instant fame, wealth, and profit together. But again, I will repeat one thing, the rest of the chart must also support. If other planets like Moon or Venus are weak, or the Lord of the 11th house is weak, then even in a crowd, the person may feel alone. So, if your Rahu is in the 11th house, you have to remember only 3 points. One is you will get opportunities where you can achieve a lot at once. Second is Rahu will show you paths others may not even see. And third is if you work in the right direction, then Rahu will give you money, fame, and unique identity in society. But these 3 points will only be possible for you in the life if Rahu is favorable according to all your other planets, according to your ascendant, and according to your overall birth chart. This one thing you have to remember. So now, when you understood Rahu not just as the name of fear or a cruel planet, but as an opportunity and a test. If Rahu is literally active in your chart, then don't think everything is over. Instead of that, understand your intentions, your patience level, and your understanding. These 3 points are being tested on. Rahu will either give you a lot at once, it will give you suddenly whenever it will give. But the second condition is it will either give you a lot or take everything away to teach you a lesson. Now, this teaching can be in any way, but in both cases, it will change you, it will refine you and lift you higher. So, at the end of this video, I want to tell you one thing, only one thing. Connect yourself not with fear of Rahu but with its deeper meaning. The scriptures always say knowledge is the true tool, and this knowledge will show you the right path for your actions. Why astrology was made for you? Absolutely for you to recognize and refine your past karmas, refine yourself so that you can lift up higher. Because if you have taken this birth, then just be sure with one thing that in the past life you must have left something incomplete. And that's why only you took this birth. Otherwise, what is the reason of taking this birth? You might be taking salvation then. So, there is no need of that. But if you have taken this birth, then something is incomplete in your chart. And that incomplete karma, if you want to know that, then your planets, your all the 9 planets, all the 12 zodiacs, all 27 nakshatras, and your overall birth chart, these all are the actual resources from which you can actually know your incomplete karma, and you can improve out of that. And maybe in the next birth, you might be taking salvation, or maybe after you complete this life, instantly the God will call you and give you the salvation. But for that, it will not happen instantly. Sometimes it can take 2 births, sometimes it can take 3 births. It depends upon your past life karma, whatever is incomplete. And that is the only, this astrology is the only way from which we can see your past life easily, very easily. There's no need of any specific knowledge or very typical knowledge for this, like just knowing the future or past or present. That kind of typical knowledge we don't need, but just to understand our birth chart, each and every perspective of that, and you will get to know your past life. So before leaving, if this video changed your perspective, gave you any kind of solution, and so don't stop this knowledge, spread it further. Like to share this knowledge, share because someone else may also need it the most. And may knowledge awaken in all your lives, may your soul shine bright, and may everyone experience well-being and greater heights in the life. This is my prayer. So we'll meet in the next video soon. Till then, Namo Narayan.